What's going on? Captain Paul from the Talking Shit Podcasting. Let's get right into it. So Alvin Kamara is going to have some assault and battery charges against him. He got into a big confrontation before the Pro Bowl. It was actually kind of shocking to find out that this happened. This did indeed happen before the Pro Bowl. It didn't happen afterwards. He went with a few of his friends, and I'll link the video. I don't want to put it in here for probably monetization reasons, even though we don't make anything. But no, all joking aside, I don't know. I don't necessarily think it would be proper to put it in this video, but I'll link down below in the description to a news article and a story that can kind of expand upon it further. But long story short, Alvin got into a physical confrontation, destroyed the dude, and he's going to be facing some very serious charges. He got out on bail, and that dude will probably be, if deemed self-defense, or if deemed that he's the innocent person, then Alvin Kamara is the one that is the guilty party, I should say. He'll get a nice big payday for the rest of his life and probably won't have to work much. So it's kind of a shame. I think Alvin Kamara has all the talent in the world. He's the face of the franchise now of New Orleans Saints, now that Drew Brees has retired. So for him to get into this situation should have never happened in the first place. A guy like that should understand that maybe going to a nightclub or maybe going to certain venues just isn't the best idea. And there will probably be people in this comment section say, well, you can't, people, they're human beings, they have this. I'm like, listen, when you make that much money, right? Let's just even say Alvin Kamara was getting, taunted, and they're trying to goad him into it. When you make that much money, it's really not worth it, right? A guy that a show I watch, Undisputed, I watched a clip from what he had to say about it, Shannon Sharp. And I think what he put it perfectly. You shouldn't be putting yourself in that situation. Your friends shouldn't be stomping out the dude. They should be let's take this somewhere else. We don't need to, right? And I don't necessarily agree with everything Shannon Sharp always says, but he does have a lot of wisdom regarding this because he was that star athlete. He was in the exact same shoes. He's a Hall of Famer. He's one of the he was a trendsetter with tight ends when it came to catching the football, right? He really started that whole trend, in my opinion. But when it comes down to it, getting back to Alvin Kamara, is you shouldn't be in this situation. Your boy shouldn't be piling on and beating the shit out of this dude into unconsciousness and destroying his life, essentially. I think it's just very short-sighted. I don't think he has the correct people surrounding himself, right? And I think this goes into a greater topic I'm going to talk with my co-host about is, and I know he doesn't like discussing this league because of the issues, especially racially, that have happened with the NFL, so he doesn't like to give this league any mind. But I think this is a topic that needs to be talked about, is that the perception now of the African-American athlete, right, is this, I hate to say it, people are going to, oh, well, that's because he's this or this, and it's disgusting, right? Because you've seen white athletes or athletes of any skin tone or background or ethnicity do stupid shit, but I don't know. I think someone of that stature and having those type of people around you is a completely miscalculation. You need to surround yourself with people that are going to look out for you and your best interests, not get in the moment, get hyped and yeah, fuck this dude up, because that doesn't do anything. Alvin Kamara just destroyed his whole life, right? Look at what the Las Vegas Raiders just had to do this past season. A dude essentially killed people in the car accident drunk, and you have someone waving a gun on Instagram threatening people, and it's just getting multiple different things with certain organizations. And it's baffling me in a way, because when you're a pro athlete in the NFL and you're making that much money, you really need to be careful of what you put out there on social media, right? You need to be careful about how you move in life in general, because everyone these days, what's the thing in front of me, has a phone which has a camera that you can record. So, as much as they may hate it, and much they probably dislike the lifestyle, you kind of always have to move and operate that you're being watched, because you're held to a higher standard. Don't let some drunken fool or drunken idiot, or I know this is allegations. I'm just saying allegedly. If this guy's at the bar sauced up and following you and trying stuff, dude, you don't have to beat the shit out. Just hey, enough. We're gone. We're leaving. See ya. Gently push him. Even you just push him away from me. Just hey, you don't need to go stomp out a fucking dude when you're a professional athlete. It's just a bad look optically, and I will be very surprised if Alvin Kamara does not get any type of suspension from the NFL. This behavior shouldn't be turned a blind eye to, as of right now. Now, if new information comes along and maybe Alvin Kamara, this guy was following the whole night, threatening to kill him or something, like I said, this story's very fresh, but as of right now, with the allegations and what's been reported, I think Alvin Kamara probably should be suspended at the very least 8 games. That's just my opinion, because I think these dudes need to understand that you are held to a higher standard. You cannot be going beating the shit out of someone that just may have said something wrong to you. You're a professional athlete, and I think this goes into, maybe when these guys come to the NFL, I know they say they have classes, but maybe they make it, first few years of the league, they make you go through mandatory social media or mandatory personal interaction training or something, because there's far too many athletes, right, in the NFL that do heinous shit, right? It just makes no sense. You make millions, makes hundreds of thousands, even if you're a practice squad player, you make $600,000 if you stay on the whole year. It's absolute foolishness. This is, type of wealth that you're not going to see in many different industries. And someone like Alvin Kamara, I think he takes his status and his amount of income for granted, because this whole situation could have been avoided. He could have, you could have been far better off, disengaging, right? And that's what we on this channel talk about a lot, right, with men, because we talk about a lot of men's issues. A lot of these, fake alphas be, oh yeah, go there, beat the shit, show who the fuck's the man. No, that's not how you move in life, right? Now, mind you, if someone tests you, swings at you, and you self-defense and you beat the shit out of them, hey, that's just protecting yourself and taking care of business. But you shouldn't be actively looking to go out in these types of situations. And an alpha is a man that goes about life the right way. You should know when to disengage, or know when certain situations you shouldn't be putting yourself in, right? Stuff I did when I was 16, 18, and very stupid stuff I did, I do not do anymore. Main reason, I have learned, I have grown, I've learned, well, you know what? Maybe going to that club and getting into a fist fight when I'm drunk ain't the best idea. Maybe throwing a dude down a flight of stairs when I'm 17, angry, right, when I'm drunk, isn't a good idea, So that's my opinion on it. I think there needs to be a lot better education for NFL players and give them a little bit more outlets. They do have a lot that they do give in the league regarding Uber drives and stuff like that, free taxi services, so they can prevent some of the disasters that happened this past year. But I think it's going to show that all these athletes grow in different environments, and I think that maybe some more thorough education will help them learn maybe this ain't the best option, because unfortunately a lot of these millionaires that we look at them are still young. They're still late 20s, early 30s, even young 20s, right, if they blow up pretty early. And they're not going to have the wisdom of someone like me that's gone through life experience. And mind you, I'm only 30. Evil's in his late 30s, and we're not saying we're ancient dinosaurs compared to them, but we've gone through different life experiences to make sure that we take measured steps in life, right? Just recently I've had a situation where someone tried to test me, and I, made sure no, I'm just gonna keep a cool head. You can, have a temper tantrum. I'm not gonna fucking go back, try to beat the shit out of you or anything. That's just foolishness. So, let me know what you guys think down below in the comment sections. Do you think Alvin Kamara is in the right? Do you think he's in the wrong? What do you think the NFL should give him for a punishment, if any punishment at all? It's a very interesting conversation to have. And do you think that, do you think that the New Orleans Saints will have any, other punishment aside? So, this is Captain Paul. I'm done talking my shit, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.